What is up, y'all? Welcome back out to the bench in the backyard. My name is Jordan, and this is a flat of Juniper Procumbens. They're all in these little 4-inch pots. Really nice trees. I got these down at Plant City in Claremont, Georgia. So what I'm going to be doing today is repotting all of these, getting them into some smaller containers. Well, small bonsai pots. And I'm going to show you one of them. I'll do the rest of them, and then I'll come back at the end and show you what we've done. Show you each of them in their own pot. And yeah, we'll get into that. And so the first thing we're going to do when we come in here is get down to where we get our roots coming out of the trunk. So we're just coming in, scraping from the trunk out to the edge of the pot, just trying to get down. This is actually a branch that died off, coming basically from where all the roots are issuing. And these are trees that I got last year, but he did just get a big truck of junipers in. I don't remember there being any. There were a few smaller pots. Most of them were on the. Most of them were around a gallon. He had some 1 gallon, 3 gallon, 5 gallon pots. He had a few of the 4-inch pots left. By the time this goes up, I don't know. He might have gotten in another order, or they might have been picked picked over. But if you're in the northeast Georgia, or northwest Georgia area, up by the South Carolina border, and want to make a trip to Claremont, it's about hour northeast of Atlanta. Really, really good selection of trees. Decent selection of pots. And Steve Craddy, who owns the place, has been doing bonsai for a very long time. And we'll just come in here. Got some overly big roots. Take those out. Huh, there was still a stake down here. Where'd it go? Something like that. You could go a little bit rounder so you don't see that sticker. I do have some taller trees that I think I'm going to save my rounder pots for. I think that's the one for this one. All right, and so we're in here prepping the pot. I'm going to be using a tie down from here to here, here to here, and here to here. Get 3 points in the pot. Slight change of plans. We're going to be using the second set of holes for this side. So there we have it. So one across this hole right here. About like that. We're going to put in our aeration layer, 1 particle size deep. And this is our 111 pumice, akadama, and lava rock. And this is, my normal mix is everything from 1/16 to just over 3/8 of an inch. So this is all of the 3/8 of an, anything that's above between 1/4 and 3/8. So we just put one little layer. You can still see the wires down here. You can see a little bit of the screen. That's just there to help air get, or oxygen get back up into the root ball after it after we water. Now we're going to come in with our regular potting mix, which I just took what I sifted out that I didn't use, put it back in the same classifier, and then just sifted for fines. We're going to come in, put a little pile down here in the middle. And then we'll just come in, fill our pot, grab our smaller chopstick. First pass that we want to do is going to be around the outside of edge of the pot. Just make sure we get soil in between the walls of the pot and all of the roots. That way when the roots eventually grow out to the edge, they have something to grow in and don't just stop there and die and cause all kinds of problems. It'll get them start circling around the pot so that the next time we come in and repot, we can worry about the bottom. If you run out of any soil right above where you're going, just a little bit more on top. And once we get around, we're going to come in at a little bit of a steeper angle and chopstick into the sides of the root ball. Got a little bit of damp top dressing moss, so it's classified sphagnum and green moss. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit around the top of this pot. We made sure that we didn't come all the way up to the top of the pot rim because we're going to be top dressing it. So we're just loosely placing the sphagnum in here. So it's nice and fluffy on the top. And then I'm going to grab, where did I put my scoop? And this is everything underneath 1/8 of an inch. So it's 1/16 up to 1/8. Doesn't include the 1/8 of an inch. And we're just going to put a nice little layer on top of that sphagnum. This way, when I press it in, it's going to get all interlocked with that sphagnum and create top of our soil mass that's not going to move around at all. Because roots don't like to grow in soil that doesn't, or that moves around. So if the soil is moving, the roots are dying. You know, you're rubbing off those root tips. So what I like to do is press down, grab my little squirt bottle, and then press that in again. So you can see, I can basically take the pot and take it vertical, and I had 5 little pieces that came out. So that's all locked in. I'll take this over there, water it in, then I'm going to get going on the rest of these. If I run into any problems or find something that I think y'all should see, then I'll bring it back and show you. So there it is. I didn't take off any foliage. If you know anything about junipers, juniper strength is in their foliage. So all of this, there's enough roots in there to make sure that this stays hydrated. I didn't take off a whole lot. Took off maybe 15%. So we should be fine on that. I'll probably do the same thing with all the rest of them. Like I said, if I run into any problems, like one of them's got like super coarse roots and I have to trim the top, then I will show you that. But I don't see that happening. All of his junipers are generally really healthy. And I've only had like 8 months to screw them up. And I don't think I've done that yet. But so that's our first one. I'll start in on the other ones, and I will see y'all when I get done. All right, so we're back with those little Procumbens junipers that I did the whole flat of. Turned out pretty good. They got them all into these little 4-inch pots. This one's like 4x2, 4x3, something like that. All the pots are basically the same size. You might be saying, hey, you potted that one on the wrong side of the pot. No, I didn't. This branch over here is going to be coming off, and it's just going to be this side. When I saw this one, you can actually see this is the back side, so you'll actually see it from over here. But it's easier to see the, it's actually easier to see the line if we come up this way and then curves back and then down this way. So this whole branch right here is going away. Fun little tree. I like this one a lot. These are all the short ones. I'll grab the uprights here in just a second. Next, we got a little windswept. So we can have will the apex bend? Yeah, the apex should rotate around. So we'll have this little windswept guy. Again, this side, this branch is coming off, and the rest of these should be able to whip around this way and bring it down and around and bring this down. At least that's what my plans are right now. We'll see once we actually start cutting what happens. Another little windswept. This one's already turning into the pot. And actually it doesn't really have a whole lot of branches down here below this apex. So got one right here coming off the back side. Probably going to go away. Again, either a windswept design or we can figure something else out to do with it. Another windswept. This one also could. I mean, everything is pretty far up this way. We could actually drop this down and turn it into a raft. That's a possibility. I would kind of like that. I wish I had thought of that when I was repotting. But we got some decent movement up here. We would be able to touch the ground. Sorry. Touch the ground here, and then again out here at the tip. Just bring that up. Well, again, we'll see what I come up with when we actually do some styling. Not real sure. Let me go grab the uprights and I'll be right back. Alright, so first one we got, it's in a little square glazed pot. Ran out of unglazed small pots, so this one went into a little glazed. I don't even have any training pots right now, they're all occupied. Little informal upright. Got really good movement up through the trunk. Then we can use either side as the front. Actually, any of the four sides as the front, really. Wouldn't really want to right there. You got some okay movement from this side, but the best movement is there and there. Could bring this over and around. Again, we'll see. This little T-shaped guy, probably cut off right here, or might even cut the whole thing off. Bring this down. I don't know, we'll see. Don't want it to look like Napoleon did. Napoleon's gonna be a little bit better this year. Should be a lot better actually, once it gets styled with its angle change. Another little T. This branch right here is definitely movable, so I should be able to bring this down and around. This one also movable, so I should be able to drop it down, so we'll have a nice little triangle that swoops way down this way. Should be able to get that dragged down. Cut these out and interplay with this somehow. Either bring this up and over and around this way, with this kind of up as the apex. Should be able to bend it enough to bring that up and sit it right here on the top. And then lastly, we got this guy. The top is basically your standard juniper, mounting juniper, that is. What I'm thinking, dropping this like this, we'll make a little apex up here, and then maybe only keep one of these. Most of this down low is going to go away, but that should be pretty good. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with these little guys. My favorite is probably one of the lower ones, probably that first windswept that I showed you, and then this guy. This is my second favorite, just because I think I can do a lot of stuff with this. Some okay depth branches. Need to work on that a little bit, but overall pretty good little bonsai. So yeah, if you liked what you saw today, go ahead, like, subscribe, all of that fun stuff down below. If not, leave me a comment. Let me know what I'm doing wrong with my trees. Let me know how I can make them better, how I can make my videos better. I can't get any better if I don't know what I'm doing wrong, so any help would be much appreciated. So yeah, until the next time I see y'all out at the bench in the backyard, just remember to grow them big, but keep them small.